Everyone. Welcome back to the People Mover Travel YouTube channel. My name is Cheyenne Broyles, and I have with me Mr. Daniel. Introduce yourself, Daniel. Say hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. It's a new face for most people watching the channel, probably.
Yes. Yeah.
Daniel's one of our new agents that just joined. We're so excited to have him, and I'm so excited to have him on my talk show. I need to get mugs made and like send them to everybody
I
who
have I have my mug here ready to go, ready to chat.
I need one with like my face with two thumbs. Ship it out to anybody I do these videos
I'd
with.
use it.
Today, we're excited because we're talking about Daniel's most recent Disney extravaganza trip, I'm going to call it. You guys did so much. Tell us about the logistics of the trip and kind of like the basics of what you did when you went, the overview, we'll say.
Yeah, so we booked a land and sea trip, but part of that was a back-to-back cruise on the Disney Wish. Originally, we were flying down from New York to Orlando, spent 3 days in Disney World, went to Magic Kingdom, Disney Springs, and tried to settle in before heading on the Disney Wish. Disney Wish currently offers sailings 3 days and 4 days out of Port Canaveral, which is too short. So we had a good idea to why not do back to back. The rooms were available, so the actual movement of the cruise was seamless, and we got on Friday and got off the following Friday. So it was 7 nights on the beautiful Disney Wish.
So they let you stay on the ship. You guys just moved rooms? Or
So
did
we
you
didn't
have to get off
even
and
we
get back
didn't
on?
move rooms. Yeah, so you get off the ship. We were off the ship maybe an hour, and we were the first ones back on before they were even done cleaning.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
hadn't even thought, like, in my mind, they'd never even thought like this was possible. And then I've been seeing people say that they're doing it for the adventure out of Singapore. That if they're
Yeah.
going, they're gonna like do back-to-back cruises. And I'm like, well, duh. Like this is
Yeah.
genius.
And when you're on that 3 day and you see the people getting ready and you have trying to do as much as possible on the ship, 3 days is not enough. Three
No.
nights is just not enough. There's just so much entertainment, characters, things to do, foods to eat. It's incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially on the newer class of ships, there's so much to do. And especially when you have kids, there's so many areas to check out, and everything always just takes longer. So the more time you can have on board to check out all
And
the
it's
different places.
and it's enjoyable. It's
Yeah.
just the Disney cruise experience is just so enjoyable and everyone falls in love. You know, you come to Disney for from the parks and you ventured onto the cruise line and it's such a different experience from the hustle and bustle and still has that Disney magic and feeling. It just makes you feel so happy.
Well, and I bet it's such a like nice, relaxing after you did the parks for a few days, and then like take a
Yes.
deep breath. You still get magic, but you're not, walking 20,000 steps a day.
Yes, and I always would recommend if you're gonna do a both land and sea, get the busyness out of the parks first, and then head on the cruise and relax. You'll definitely enjoy that cruise a little more.
Yeah. What were some of your ports of call? I would assume they're a bit different from the three to the four, or were they the same?
So the 3 night was Nassau Castaway Key, and the 4 night was Lookout Key, Castaway Key, Day at Sea. So minus Nassau,
Yeah, so you almost got like a double dip Castaway Key big long cruise.
which was exactly what everyone wants,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing those Bahamian cruises. To get to both islands is hard to find. There's like a few of them, I feel like every month. But yeah, that double dip at Castaways.
That's so nice. Especially, always have clients who are like, well, where do we stop? There's so many different cruise options. And especially on those shorter cruises where you're not getting a ton of ports of call. It's not like your list is huge. I'm always pushing for Castaway Key or, the new one because it's just, you can't get better than that. It's just perfect.
And it really Disney does a phenomenal job in making it feel like you're going to whether it's an all-inclusive island or, one of those Caribbean destinations minus Disney, but then combining it with the Disney feel and service and food and activities for the kids, for the adults. They really do a great job on those islands.
Yeah, no, I think that the Disney portion of it is key because a lot of
Yeah.
cruise lines have their own private island destinations, but none of them you're going to get off and get to meet Mickey Mouse, or you're going to get the same
No.
level of service that you can expect at a Disney park.
Yeah.
You're sitting on the beach.
It's why we keep going back. It's why we keep going. It's we have slowly become that Disney cruise family. I mean, and also take advantage of those bounce back offers and 10% discount placeholders because they come in handy.
I think almost every client I've ever had that's done a Disney cruise, they're doing another one. Like I have very rarely heard of people who do or that are one and done.
The value of the cruise is so strong and so persuasive to just do it again. You feel like you're getting way more bang for your buck. And again, that Disney and relaxation mix is like perfect. It's just perfect.
What was maybe one thing that you wish you had known or that you would change about your overall vacation experience?
So we had one day that was bad weather.
Hmm.
So one thing I wish I did know is they really shut the islands when it rains. Now, we were one of the first to get off the ship, so I could have missed announcements on board, but there was no entertainment on Lookout Key that day. It was raining. Um, they canceled all the character meet and greets, the Junkanoo bash, the dance party. So sometimes being early doesn't really benefit you. But a good thing is they did extend the options on the cruise on the on board. More characters were out and about on board versus they normally would on a Castaway or Lookout Key day. So that was good. But I wish I knew beforehand that it was like rain, nothing, um, or
Yeah. Well, I think it's like the time of year. I think if you're going at a time of year that the weather is going to be more inclement, keeping it like an extra ear out it's
yeah.
because
And
it can
really
change ahead.
pay attention to your Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. While sometimes they'll make announcements on board, they're always pushing out whether it's notifications or messages or the itinerary within the Navigator app updates with character meet and greets and different activities that they have on board. So always keep an eye out on that.
I think it's a good point you made that they did try to make it up, and I've found that with every Disney cruise is if they have to cancel something or for some reason they can't even stop in port at all, they're gonna make it up for you. Whatever that may be, more entertainment. They're gonna try and like continue the magic experience.
And they do a great job on that. And even if it's these little things, a little inconveniences, they try to make up for it in, tenfold.
Let's talk about some of your favorites. Favorite food, favorite entertainment. What was like some of the highlights?
My little one, or now he's my oldest actually, my 3-year old, he's obsessed with fireworks. So seeing fireworks at sea was awesome. Again, I always bring up like the difference between the parks and and the cruise line, like them bringing fireworks and the nighttime entertainment, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So just seeing his face being in the middle of the ocean, it's pitch black outside with just the lights of the funnel and everything shuts down and just fireworks in the sky. It's really, really awesome to see. And the only cruise line that does it and offers it, and it's a short show, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, it's bringing the magic of the parks, but
Yeah.
when you're done, you just go downstairs right to your room instead of having to get on a bus and spend all day getting back to your resort.
And they also do a great job in um, spreading out the people within the ship, so everyone has a good view. It's in one place. Even though the new class ships are bigger and have more people on board, it doesn't feel too crowded, especially for sailaway parties, the pirate night, and obviously the fireworks at sea.
Yeah. Did you guys do all the three dining experiences?
We
Did you
did.
get all of them?
We did all of them. Frozen was cute. One thing I wish I did know, another thing was the Disney Cruise Line character experiences on the new ships. They're not like character meals. So the characters won't sit there, talk to you, give you some time. It's really a quick walk by. They'll say hi. Maybe you'll get lucky that they'll stop for like a split second for a selfie, but they're not signing autographs. They're not taking pictures. It's a quick hi, a little bit of a conversation, and then off to the next table. So that's one thing I wish I knew a little more was they're not full on character meals. They're there. It's more for the show aspect of the dining room. It was fun. The music was great. The entertainment and the vibes within everyone singing the Frozen songs, it was a lot of fun.
Did you guys utilize any of the childcare or the kids clubs?
We did the open house twice, trying to get my 3-year-old to hang out there, and he was a little timid. He's very used to being around us and know your child.
Yeah.
Know your child. Don't force them into, I know everyone wants to have their time, especially on Disney Cruise, because there's so much to offer for all ages. We enjoyed the open house. He loved playing in the spaces as long as we were there with him. But hopefully the next time. I think as he gets used to, as he gets older and recognizes the spots more, he'll be more comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like the kids clubs are like geared like a little bit older or like a little bit younger. Like if they're young enough to go to the nursery and if they're okay with being cared for by someone else.
Yeah,
But that 2 to 3 age is a little
it's
tricky.
a little because they're attached to you and they feel like you're abandoning them. But everyone is so sweet there and nice, and they're not trying to convince him to come, but having the characters there, stop by. We met Spider-Man. We had a little dance party with Mickey and Minnie, so that was really cute. But I think it's definitely that like once they hit like that 5, 6 age, they'll be more comfortable.
Tell us about your like pre-cruise experience. So you were at Disney World for a few days. I have a lot of clients who ask me about, especially with little kids, like what the transportation looks like as far as getting to the cruise, especially if you're like staying at Disney World beforehand and having the whole car seat question and all of that.
Yeah. We took Disney transportation. We stayed at the Contemporary. We decided to do Magic Kingdom as our one park. So staying at the Contemporary made sense. We took the monorail there or walk straight to that park, come home. We went to sleep. We woke up the next morning, went to Chef Mickey's, and then we took Disney transportation, which it's a little hack. Is that's where you'll get your best boarding times is unless you're a Pearl or a higher member of the Castaway Club, getting those early boarding times is tough. So a little hack is Disney transportation. Very seamless. They have the TVs within the coach buses and they're wrapped with Mickey Mouse. So it's your cruise is starting right away and it's a great way to start that vacation. They grab your luggage from your room. So you're not touching your luggage at all. They grab it from your room at your resort. They put it on the bus and then put it on the ship. The next time you see your luggage is in your stateroom, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, some real Disney magic.
That's real Disney magic. Poof, it's gone,
Who is
and here
gone?
it comes. Um, which I love because you just feel comfortable and you feel like, what do I do with these bags? What do I do? Where do I drop them off? Especially when you get to the port and you're on your own. We've done it before and it's chaos. There's so many people arriving there, taking bags out of your trunk, putting them back, putting the Disney transportation has been phenomenal each of the last 2 times we took it. Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah, well, and I one of the best parts, especially when booking, is you book it right into your cruise, whole booking. And so
Yeah.
you're not paying the third party, you're not doing anything. It's all wrapped together, you pay for it, and you don't have to worry about it. And like you said, it's like your cruise starts that day.
It's just seamless and simple. You also don't have to wake up at or stay up till midnight on your online check-in day because, again, your boarding group is going to be determined when your bus leaves the resorts, which is usually around 9:30. So we got to the port at 11. We were on the ship by 11:15, 11:30.
Which is key for those shorter cruises to like take advantage
Yeah.
of that day, get on, head to the pools, whatever it may be, take advantage of your time. Anything else? Any other tips you wanted to share with your clients who might be traveling or anything that you guys loved on your cruise? Anything else?
Yeah, my tips I have for the parents, avoid a double stroller at all costs. We decided last year we did a Disney cruise on the Fantasy. We took our double Vista beast of a stroller because we were in Disney World for 4 or 5 days. It's hard to maneuver. You have to fold it before going into your stateroom, so it doesn't even go through the door. This year, we decided to do a single stroller, and we got the piggyback for my 3-year-old, which he loved. And it was much easier to navigate through the ship, especially if your kids, your toddler age kids, they don't really need to fully be in the stroller on the cruise. They're not going to want to be also.
Yeah.
So definitely avoid double strollers if you can at all costs. Another thing is head straight to deck 11 for the sailaway party after the muster drill. It fills up fast. Just head straight up there. Whether it's taking the stairs, getting in an elevator, everyone bursts up. There's people that go get ice cream or get a drink or, try to. But if you want to see the sailaway party, which especially on the new class ships, I recommend definitely head up right away. And placeholder. I mean, it's one of the only real ways to get good, consistent discounts within Disney Cruise Line is book your placeholder on board. It's a $250 deposit that you have 24 months to use. If you don't use it, that money gets refunded back to you. So it's part of your deposit and it gives you 10%. And in this cases, they're running a little more discounts of 20 up to 30% off with those placeholder discounts and on select sailings. So definitely, if you're going to want to come back, get the placeholder. And even if you're not sure, book the placeholder. You can always cancel it. You can always get that money back. And it's a good way to get your discount for your next sailing.
Yeah, I think it's so huge noting that it's one of the only ways to get a
Yeah,
discount on a Disney cruise. Disney Cruise Line, and a lot of my clients are shocked, is not like other cruise lines that are running every discount under the sun all day long. They
no.
have no problem getting people on a Disney cruise. As we've talked about, it's unbelievable and everyone's wants to be there. So, and like you said, even if you're not 100% sure when your next sailing is, just get a placeholder. You got 2 years. I guarantee in 2 years, you're probably going to want to go back.
You may want to go back the next cruise, and book that back to back because you don't want to get off. You
Yeah.
don't want to get off. And even after 7 days, we did not want to get off. It was the Disney cruise blues hit way worse than the Disney blues, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I have clients who have multiple placeholders. Every time they're on a ship, they get another one. They've gotten confused on how many placeholders they have. They're like, we're ready to go. Let's do it.
It's an amazing product that Disney has um, put out and has been evolving. And even from what we're seeing on the adventure right now, it's incredible. And Disney Cruise Line is definitely with families, definitely the top place I'd choose to take a vacation, especially when it comes to cruising.
Yeah,
It has entertainment for everybody.
that was gonna be my next question was, do you guys have any sailings on your horizon? Anything you're looking at next?
We
Destin.
do. Yes. Next year, we're doing a 5 night on the Fantasy. It's a Pixar Day at Sea. So I'm very excited for that. My boys love all things Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Cars. So very excited to see all of the Pixar entertainment goes to Castaway Key and Lookout, and hopefully the weather's better on Lookout. So that'll be great. And 2 days at sea. So it's going to be a fun time.
Those sailings are always fun to keep your eye out for, especially if you have been on multiple Disney cruises and you're looking for something that has like a little bit more. The Pixar
Yeah.
days, the Marvel Day at Seas, Halloween on the High Seas, it's all like a different experience than,
Yeah, it gives it a little extra flair and a change, especially when you're sailing out of Port Canaveral. There's very limited itineraries. They're doing the Wish and Fantasy are doing those 3, 4, 5 nights. Bahamian going to Lookout, Castaway, and you have the Treasure currently doing those 7 night Western and Eastern Caribbean. So any little change to certain itineraries, whether it's a Pixar Day at Sea, Marvel Day at Sea, is always a good addition to keep it fresh.
yeah, totally agree. And they're always adding new things, even, to the older classes of ships. I hate calling them older classes of ships.
Yeah.
They're not like old and crusty, but the
That's the
original
that's the
OGs.
Yeah, that I had a couple of clients say to me like, "Oh, I only want the newer ships. I want the Wish." I'm like, "You don't understand. Even though they're the older ships, they're beautiful. The way that Disney keeps up these cruise ships is phenomenal. Is really phenomenal." And really hats off to Disney for each ship feels like it's brand spanking new.
Yeah. Well, and I have a lot of clients who want a smaller ship experience, especially for like their first time sailing,
Yeah.
or they want something a bit more intimate, and those OG classes is really the great way to do that.
Yeah, it's a good introduction to cruising in general, but even a good introduction to Disney Cruise. It's you still feel the magic. All these ships, they still have that same amazing feeling. So no matter what ship you're on, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to have fun, and you're going to have a magical time on the high seas.
Oh, love it. Well, thanks for chatting with me.
Of
There is
course.
tons of agents like me and Daniel here at People Mover Travel who specialize in Disney Cruise Line, and we love booking magic. So we'll put a link below if you guys want to work with us or have any questions about Disney Cruise Line. I know it's very overwhelming when you open up that webpage and you're like, 53 sailing options. How do
Oh,
I pick
yes.
one? So we are here to help, and we are excited to see you guys set sail on Disney Cruise. Bye.